Hello guys, so welcome and welcome back to Python Basics series. This is the start of part 4. This is control flow, and the first video on the control flow will be the if else statement. We have the cases where you have to make decisions. And, for that decision, for example, when you are leaving the house, you have to consider, for example, if it's the weather showing that it's going to rain. If it rains, I have to carry an umbrella. Else, I won't carry the umbrella. So, for if else statements, use them for decision making. That's why they are called the conditional statements. Here in programming, they allow you to execute certain blocks of code based on whether a condition is true or false. For example, so the if else statement can be used with the operators, for example, the logical comparison operators. For example, now let's take for a case where you're building the school management system, the grading system. So this program is going to receive the marks for maths. For example, we say that that would be the results for math. So you have to use the if to check if a student scores the maths score above 90, that's an A. So you're going to grade that student as an A. If so, this is how you write the if statement. So you're going to start with if, then you go to else, then you go to else if. The if in Python is used with the keyword if. The conditional statement you use the if keyword. If then you write the condition. The condition is here. You're going to check the maths. If maths is greater than 90, then you use the colon. So the other programming languages you already use the curly brackets. So but in Python you don't use that. So you just use the full colon, then you enter. As you can see from my code editor, it indented the program. You are not supposed to come and write here. After the if, you're not supposed to write the block statement in the same line with the if. It is supposed to be indented. In case your code editor doesn't, when you click enter, it doesn't indent, you can always use the tab. So you're going to place your cursor before this or after the if, then you click, for example, like this. You just wrote if maths is greater than 90, then your cursor comes here. You can use the tab key like that. So you have to indent it. So you can indent it the further you want, but I always prefer that's to arrange your work in an order, one tab key press. So that's how you do it. So this is the if statement. So if, then this is the condition. If maths score is greater than 90, then we are going to print A like that. So that means if we, for example, we request the user to enter the marks, enter the math score. If user enters 91 or 91, it's going to print A. Otherwise, it's not going to print anything because this block of code will only be printed if this condition is met. That means if the math score entered by the user here will be greater than 90, you can maybe add is greater than or equal to 90. If the user enters 90 and above, then A printed. Else or otherwise, it's not going to print anything. So you have to convert the input into an integer because the input always received. You can see how it reads here. Read a string from standard input. So even though the value is an integer entered from the standard input, it's going to be treated as a string. So you have to convert the value to an integer. So now you can save your work. Then you can run the program. Enter the math score 89. You can see it didn't print anything. So if because we are building the grading system, so we can give it a range. Now let's check if the math score is between 60 to 90, the student can be given a B. So that's where we introduce the else statement. Or if the math score is less than 90, we can give the student a B. So we are going to print, else we are going to print B, like that. So if math score is greater than 90, we're going to print A, else we're going to print B. So if the condition here is not true, we are going to print the else statement. So that's how. So now here if we enter it 9, print B. We run the program and print 90, it's going to give us a name. So that's how the if statement works. The if statement doesn't add on the if else statement. We have the else if. Else if comes in between the if and else. And the else if statement or the else if statement can be used multiple times within the if and else or after the if. For example, here now let's give a student who is between 60 to 90 a B. So if maths is greater than 90, print A. Else if Python, that is else if Python. Else if maths. So here we are going to introduce the logical operators in combination with the comparison. If maths is greater than or equal to 60 and maths is less than 90, that means it's from 60 to 89, that student will be located a B, will be given a B. So if maths is greater than or equal to 60 and maths is less than 90, we are going to print B. Else, if the student scores below 60, the student will be given a C. That's the case. So let's run the program and see. Let's give the student 95. It's going to give us an A. So let's give the student 67. That's a B. Let's give a student 40. That's a C. And that's how you do the if else statement in Python. We can always add the elif. And for this, the elif is in the if else statement. The elif can be used multiple times. For example, we can introduce C. Let's say if a student scores between 50 and 60, or between 50 and 60, that student will be given a C. Otherwise, the student will be given a fail. So, if maths is greater than or equal to 50 and maths is less than 60, you're going to print C. Else, you're going to print fail. So, the same conditions. If the maths score given is above or equal to 90, that's with print a name. Else if maths is greater than or equal to 60 or less than 90, that means it's between 60 and 90 with 90 excluded. That is from 60 to 89. If the marks is from 60 to 89, the student will be given a B. So if maths is greater than 50 or equal to 50 or less than 60, which is 59, the student would be given a C. This is what I mean. For those who don't understand, so it's 50 to 59, that's a C. For this one, it's 60 to 89, like that. Else, if a student scores below 50, that's a fail. So we are going to test for that 50, that's a C. If the student scores 49, that's a fail. Sorry. If student scores 49, that's a fail. Yeah. And that's all for the if else statement in Python. And that's how you can do the if else statement in Python. There's conditional statement used in decision making. So don't worry about all this. Once we are done with Python basics, we'll do a project on Python basics and you'll be comfortable on this. So that's all for the if else statement. See you in the next video. Thank you.